From the Auburn Sports Network and Playfly Sports, Auburn baseball is on the air. 25 NCAA tournaments, 8 regional titles, and 6 trips to the College World Series. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
Auburn makes its first trip to the Hoover Met tonight. The Tigers play their annual road matchup with Samford. Butch Thompson's team will be back here next month for the SEC tournament. Good evening and War Eagle from the Hoover Met with Brad Law and Patrick Rogers in our Skyview Auburn studio. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn took 2 of 3 at Florida last weekend. The Tigers won the series after dropping the opener. Mason McCrane was inserted into the lineup for Bristol Carter, who was dealing with an illness. McCrane hit 3 home runs and was named the SEC Co-Freshman of the Week. Samford is 20-18 overall, 8-4 in SoCon play. The Bulldogs swept UNC Greensboro last weekend. In the last 15 years, Samford has averaged nearly 35 wins per season and has reached the NCAA tournament 4 times. Auburn goes with Griffin Graves tonight. The junior left-hander threw 3 perfect innings in his first start last week against Alabama State. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 7.36. Samford counters with Palmer O'Byrne. The redshirt sophomore left-hander is 1-0 with an ERA of 5.40. When we return, the Butch Thompson pregame report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson.
We've always been able to conquer or have a chance in our 10 years to win outside of that first year. But I think we got a chance to win the whole thing now because of all the things we're talking about. The build-up is greater, and I think last year's team's legacy will have a chance to manifest in 26, 27, 28. The support our people gave us, it gets the chance to manifest. The new Plainsman Park and everything that's happened, it gets a chance to show out here over the next few years. So this is awesome reflection, but I've never seen the job more urgent or more exciting or more pivotal in the history of our program than it sits right now.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with the Butch Thompson pregame report.
Second game against Samford and the first opportunity of 2 times to get to play here at the Hoover Met tonight.
Yep, excited, especially with half that team being new, getting an opportunity for these guys to experience where they're going to play the SEC tournament. Now that we're in that 16-team format where everybody plays in single elimination, so I think it's great to get to play there. It's always good to go to Birmingham with all our people there, and Samford getting to, back and forth, getting to play those guys twice a year is great. They've been scoring some runs, just in looking, getting back from Florida, spending some time on them, how they've just scored some runs in a bunches. They had a big sweep and scored a bunch of runs this weekend. So we'll have to be ready and excited to get Griffin Graves back out there. The 3 innings last week was exciting. He looked settled. Got ahead in the count. Leverage counts so much better than that first short outing. So hopefully he can build upon that. And I know Coach Tiefer would love for him to get another 15, 20 pitches. And if he can get us off to a good start and handle those bats first time through the lineup, and if we'll just come out being the hunter and not be hunted tonight, and get off to a good start and turn this over to the bullpen and probably have some shorter outings from there, because everybody knows the weekends is a big deal. But I want us to be the hunter tonight. I want us to absolutely be interested at the beginning of this ball game.
Do you coach this game any differently, knowing that it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series following, as opposed to Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
No, I think to answer your question is there's a little less fear with how you'd use your bullpen. If there's a pinch point, and if you wanted to use a guy, it'd be good. I do think after Griffin Graves, there'll be a little intention going into the ball game, not really wanting. I'm more interested in guys going out and being sharp and clean for 3 outs than asking somebody to give me 6 or 9 outs. So, but as far as using somebody with that extra day, I think anybody can recover, and really sometimes getting out there for 3 outs can make somebody sharper and more prepared for the weekend.
Well, there are always interesting wrinkles throughout a season, and one of those occurred this past weekend with regard to Mason McCrane, who had not been in the Auburn lineup for a while. You lose Bristol Carter to illness, and Mason McCrane not only starts, but you put him at the top of the order, and he hits 3 home runs on the weekend. He ends up being the SEC co-freshman of the week.
And you know, first off, it's like Bristol's been such like our energy, the life of our offense, the spark. And instead of jumbling everything around, I think we're trying to make a couple of things happen. We wanted Chris Rembert to be a little more comfortable, and we think that's with him swinging that bat and figuring that out and getting him going. So that take Chris out of the leadoff spot. So I'm like, who are we going to put there? And the prudent risk was absolutely Mason McCrane, but the highest reward was probably Mason McCrane. So we wound up leading him off a 6'6", 6'7" left-handed hitter, and all he does is, you know, go on a tear. And, you know, all the RBIs and the 3 home runs or whatever it was winds up getting an SEC award. But this joker has played a lot less games than a lot of our position players here and leads us in RBI. So the prudent risk paid off, and good job by the staff getting to the point of trying to do some other things with our lineup, but also seeing that with Bristol being so important, but like, hey, what's the risk we can take that could absolutely make this better instead of getting sad or crying that Bristol's not here? I mean, how could we do something that could make us more dynamic? And for that to, it worked out for one weekend. We'll see moving forward, but for this weekend, Mason McCrane was absolutely a star.
As you mentioned, Samford comes in with momentum. They come off of a series sweep. Auburn comes in after a series win. So both of these teams looking to maintain momentum here tonight.
Yeah, and the rest of the way, man, everybody's playing for so much, and that includes Samford and Auburn and everybody that's on our schedule the last 4 weekends. So it's a fun time of year. You need to embrace it, and you need to lean into it, and you need to be jumping off cliffs. Anybody that's hugging the trunk of the tree is in trouble. Anybody that's just tiptoeing on the side of the lake there and just seeing what the temperature is in trouble. Anybody that absolutely is climbing out there at the limb, and it might break or not, but that's where the fruit is. And anybody that's willing to just jump in the middle of the lake, it'll feel better anyway to just go ahead and take the leap. So that's where everybody's at. And whoever hugs that tree's in trouble. Whoever goes out on that branch could be rewarded.
Time to jump in the deep end. All the best tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
A couple of Mississippi-born head coaches going at it today in Hoover, Alabama. Let's start with Samford. The Bulldogs are the home team tonight. Tony David's squad 20-18 on the season. The center fielder is Pierce Dutton. He is the leadoff hitter. Batting second in right field, it is Jake Souders. Cade Carr catches and hits third. The cleanup man is the designated hitter, Trey Higgins. Luke Boykin is the home run leader for the Bulldogs. He has 11. He is in left field, batting fifth. Batting sixth at second base, it's Jeffrey Ince. Parker McDonald plays third base and bats seventh. Hitting eighth at first base, it's Jackson Harris. And Gus Gandy plays short and rounds out the order. It is an experienced lineup for Samford. The fewest at-bats in the starting lineup belong to Dutton at the top. He has 64 at-bats. He's starting his 17th game. Everyone else in the lineup for Samford tonight has started at least 28 games, and most of them 35 or more. Again, for the Bulldogs, it's Dutton, Souders, Carr, Higgins, Boykin, Ince, McDonald, Harris, and Gandy. Now for your Auburn Tigers, Butch Thompson squad, 27 wins and a dozen losses. Mason McCrane back at the top of the lineup again tonight. He is in right field. Eric Guevara plays third and bats second. Chase Freilich catches and hits third. The cleanup man is the second baseman, Chris Rembert. Ethan Bingaman at first base bats fifth. Batting sixth in left field, it's Bub Terrell. Brandon McCrane is the shortstop. He will bat seventh. Eddie Madrigal is the designated hitter. He'll hit eighth. And rounding out the order for the Tigers, returning to the lineup tonight in center field, it is Bristol Carter. Again for Auburn, McCrane, Guevara, Freilich, Rembert, Bingaman, Terrell, McCrane, Madrigal, and Carter. And Madrigal, the guy in the lineup with making his 12th start of the year, 44 at-bats. Mason McCrane with 82 at-bats. Everybody else over 100 as we reach that point in the season. Let's get into our pitching matchup here tonight, about 7 minutes away from first pitch here between the Tigers and Bulldogs. For Auburn, it is Griffin Graves, 5'10", 176-pound junior out of Jackson, Tennessee. He is 1-0 with a 7.36 earned run average. This is his second start, his third appearance of the season. 3 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Teams are only hitting .083 against Griffin Graves. And a week ago against Alabama State, he was absolutely dynamic. A perfect 3 innings, 2 strikeouts. He threw 35 pitches in those 3 innings of work against Alabama State. And Auburn would love to get maybe 4, maybe even 5 innings out of Griffin Graves here today. He is opposed by Samford's starter Palmer Auburn. Auburn, a 6'4", 200-pound redshirt sophomore. A left-hander with a 1-0 record. This is his first start of the year. He has 9 relief appearances, all varying between 1/3 of an inning and 2 2/3 innings on the season. 1-0 with a 5.40 earned run average. 13 1/3 innings pitched, 17 hits allowed, 8 runs, all of them earned. He's walked 11 and struck out 16. He's thrown 3 wild pitches. He's hit 2 batters, and teams are batting .304 against Palmer Auburn, but most of those hits that he's given up this year have been singles. He's given up 17 hits in 13 1/3 innings, and 13 of those have been singles. He's given up 3 doubles and only 1 home run. That came in 2 innings of work at Georgia back on February 21st. So it's been 2 months since he has given up a long ball. Auburn, in his last couple of outings, last time out a week ago against Mississippi State, 2 1/3 scoreless frames. He did walk 2, gave up 2 hits, and struck out 2 in the outing. He faced 11 batters. That ties a season high, and he's done that 3 times this year. He gave up 4 earned runs in his first outing of the season against Belmont. He's given up 4 in the 8 appearances since then. So really steady out of the bullpen for this good Samford team. The Bulldogs are running onto the field now, just a minute or so away from our national anthem here at the Hoover Met, and the crowd is filing in. Right now at the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. All right, Samford running onto the field one at a time as they're introduced, and they've got some Little League kids, some youth baseball players running out onto the field with them, a couple per player. They are in pinstripe uniforms tonight, Auburn in road grays, and it is a cloudy but really comfortable night for baseball here at the Hoover Met. We will take our final pregame timeout, and then we're back with baseball. Auburn won the first meeting at Plainsman Park 2 months ago, 6-2. Tigers go for the season sweep of the Bulldogs, and you'll hear it when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Closing in on first pitch, it's Auburn and Samford. The Tigers will bat first. McCrane, Guevara, and Freilich against Palmer, Auburn. Defensively behind him for Samford, it's Luke Boykin in left, Pierce Dutton in center, Jake Souders in right. Along the infield, Parker McDonald at third, Gus Gandy at short, Jeffrey Ince is at second, Jackson Harris at first, and Cade Carr does the catching. Auburn to face McCrane, Guevara, and Freilich, and he'll face the reigning co-freshman of the week in the SEC, Mason McCrane. We'll turn it over to get you started on a wonderful Tuesday night. We welcome back in the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Glad to be here, Brad. Good to be at the Hoover Met tonight. As the Tigers and the Bulldogs meet, Auburn will be back here in a month for the SEC tournament. Our first pitch weather forecast is brought to you by Jackson Services. When your comfort quits, Jackson Services shows up. Heating, air, and plumbing done right the first time. Family owned since 1973. Call Jackson Services today and feel the difference. Jackson Services, delivering comfort, creating trust. 77 degrees. First pitch tonight. Very little wind to speak of. The flag atop the left field foul pole is still. Wind out of the south to southwest at just 3 miles an hour. This is a ballpark that's down in a bowl, a natural bowl area. Wind many times just does not affect things on this spacious ballpark. 335 down each line, 375 in the power alleys, and 402. It's a symmetrical ballpark with a ton of foul room behind home plate and down each line. Tigers are in the first base dugout tonight. The visiting squad tonight in the all grays, tops and bottoms, blue numerals and lettering with the orange trim. Tigers with the blue ball caps tonight and the blue bills and the orange AU across the front. Samford the home, white and blue pinstripes tonight and the blue ball caps. And we're about ready to get underway for Auburn baseball tonight at Samford. Tigers are back at home this weekend to face Oklahoma Friday night at 6, Saturday night at 6, and Sunday afternoon at 2. Mason McCrane will step into the batter's box, batting .305, 4 homers and 30 runs batted in, and an immediate shift for the left-handed hitting Mason McCrane as he faces the left-hander Palmer Auburn, who works off the stretch. His first start tonight, first pitch. McCrane takes it outside for ball 1. Tonight's umpires: Brian Hale behind the plate, Brandon Folks at first, Kevin Bradley at second, Morris Hodges. Actually, he's at first base tonight. Pitch on the way. And McCrane takes it inside. 2 balls and no strikes. That's different than what we were given.
Yep, that's inverted.
2 balls and no strikes, the count to McCrane. The third baseman, McDonald, playing over near the shortstop spot and on the edge of the grass. And there's a strike. 2 balls and a strike, the count to McCrane. Guevara and Freilich to follow. In the Auburn first, Tigers won this matchup at Plainsman Park early this season, 6-2. Stretch in the pitch. McCrane swings and misses through the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count. 3 home runs this past weekend. He has 30 runs batted in, tied for the team lead, in spite of the fact that he doesn't have nearly as many games played as everybody else on the roster. 2-2 count. Stretch in the pitch. Off speed, down and away. Count goes full to Mason McCrane.
Nice patient start. The game in Auburn started with a walk to the leadoff man and then a single. In fact, the first 2 innings started with walks.
3-2 pitch. Chopper foul at the plate off of McCrane in the batter's box. We'll do it again.
This is just Auburn's 3rd appearance in the month of April. Went 10 days between East Tennessee State and Mississippi State.
Another 3-2. Way outside. And a leadoff walk to Mason McCrane, who has 4 stolen bases this season. A good start for Auburn. That's not what Samford wanted out of the young man making his first start of the season. And now here's Eric Guevara.
No, it's not what they wanted, but that's what they've gotten with Auburn this year. Nearly 1 walk per inning pitch. So Auburn went up there with the patient approach. They want to make him throw multiple strikes. Now we'll see if Guevara does the same thing.
This is a lefty on righty with Guevara at the plate. The first pitch to Eric is a fastball in there for a high strike. Batting .362 with 7 homers, 28 runs batted in for the Auburn third baseman, who was as good at third base as he was at the plate last weekend. And that's good both spots.
Yeah.
McCrane with the lead at first, the 0-1. It drops a little off-speed pitch, a ball and a strike. I can't find, I've not seen, a velocity meter at all for these pitches. So we're kind of guessing on speeds tonight. Matter of fact, we won't guess on the
actual
MPH,
speed.
Yes.
Yeah.
1-1 to Guevara. Here's the pitch. Eric hits one high and deep in the left field, and that one's going to leave the ballpark and then some. A mammoth home run for Guevara, his 8th of the season. And the Tigers take a 2-0 lead on a no-doubter from the Auburn third baseman, Eric Guevara. My goodness.
I'm going to guess MPH off the bat was in the 107, 108, 109 neighborhood. I'll speculate that. That ball was absolutely tattooed. He homered against Samford in the game at Plainsman Park this year.
So a leadoff walk to McCrane, and on a 1-1 pitch, Guevara with a bomb to left. It cleared the bullpen area for Samford. 2-0 Tigers, and here's Chase Fralick. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball one.
First home run Auburn has given up since Georgia got one against him exactly 2 months ago tonight.
1-0 the count to Fralick, the pitch. On the outside corner, a ball and a strike to the Auburn catcher. Good to see him not only in the lineup, but behind the plate again for Auburn after he took a fastball off his elbow in that Friday ball game. 1-1. Swing, drive into the gap in right center field. That will split it. Down on a hop. Fralick around first base. He'll hold up there with a single. Nice job by Souders to get over there and cut that one off before it hit the 375 mark in right center field.
Yeah, he got out there quickly, and I don't know if that ball had some backspin or what, but it didn't really carry. It didn't roll once it got out there. It's not a fast track in the outfield.
So Fralick aboard after the 2-run homer by Guevara, and here's Rembert batting .344, 3 homers, 30 runs batted in. Stretch by Auburn, the pitch. Drops in for a strike.
One of the first breaking balls he's thrown.
Fralick a short lead at first. Has a stolen base in one attempt this season. 0-1. Swing and a foul up and out of play off the right side. On the top of the grandstand here at the Hoover Met. 0-2 the count to Rembert. He walked McCrane, that's Mason, on a 3-2 pitch, and then on a 1-1 pitch, Guevara hit one out of here. Then a single to Fralick, and he's at first. 0-2. Bounces up there and away from the catcher. Fralick decided not to go. Ball just didn't get far enough away from K to Carr, and Fralick stays at first. 1-2 the count. 2-0 Tigers lead it. Nobody out. 1 on for Auburn. Auburn always off the stretch. A high set in the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got Rembert on something off speed for the first out of the inning. First strikeout for Auburn. And here's Ethan Bingaman. Batting .296, 4 homers and 20 runs batted in for the Auburn freshman. First baseman tonight.
Talk about a guy who had a good series.
First pitch, fastball in there for a strike.
Homered and doubled in the Game 2 win. And then leaped high into the air to catch the final out of the Saturday win.
0-1. Missed the outside corner, 1-1 the count. That had come after a 2-run homer already in that bottom half of the ninth for Florida. And runners on base when Bingaman made that stab at first base to end it. 1-1. Off speed, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count.
Talking about a guy in Bingaman who I don't know how much he's played first base until this year. A middle infielder, can play third base, has played in the outfield this year.
1-2. Swings and drives it up the right side, but that's curving and a foul onto the grassy burn, and the kids will go scampering after that foul ball.
A couple of them in orange, faster than the others.
And one of the orange guys gets it.
Yep.
Brought his glove to the ballpark.
Smart kid in orange.
Yes, indeed. Another 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Bingaman high and deep into left field. Back at the warning track. Look at this one go. Gone! 2-run homer for Bingaman, his 5th of the year. Second 2-run homer in the inning, and the Tigers go up 4-0.
You love to see, Andy, a team in between top 10 series coming on the road. This wasn't even normal routine for Auburn today. They did their batting practice at home before coming up. They got here closer to game time than they normally do. They're not cutting it close, but closer to game time than they normally do. Got another top 10 series this weekend against Oklahoma, and yet they are locked in at the plate here in the first.
Here's Bub Terrell. Takes the first pitch a little bit high. Was waiting for the bus and everyone to leave. I said, Bub, what was the pitch you hit to tie it up? He said it was either a cutter or a slider. I'm not sure which. 1-0. He swings and misses, or swings and fouls it back. And a bevy of Samford Bulldogs head to their bullpen. after that 2-run homer by Bingaman.
Yeah, Michael Fredette, one of them, the only one whose jersey is visible.
Stretch, 1-1 pitch. Bub swings and drives one down the right field line. That's trouble. It's down for a base hit. He's around first base. He's going to go to second. Right fielder Sauter's throw is in. It's not in time. It's a double. It's the 8th of the year for Bub Terrell. Sauter's got to that ball, and I don't know if he dropped it or had trouble just picking it up, and Terrell was off with the swing, and he's into second base with the double.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11.
We'll check the replay. No, we won't. Sorry. Well, these bats are locked in tonight.
Well,
that's
are they
for
ever?
sure. And not just the right-handed hitters, and that was good to see. You know, Bub, it's baseball. You're going to have some ups and downs. And his first 2 games, he was 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts down in Gainesville. But then he hit a ball in that right corner. It was a sacrifice fly. The right fielder, Yost, for Florida, made a sliding catch across the right field line. Phenomenal defensive play, but a great at-bat. He saw the pitch. He pulled it down the line, would have otherwise driven in 2 runs. And then the next at-bat is the one that he hit out to tie the ball game. So kind of coming out of it, and a good start to this game for Bub.
He's at second base with 2 outs, Bub Terrell. Here's Brandon McCrane at the plate. Stretch by Auburn. Here's the pitch. It misses low. A ball and no strikes to the Auburn shortstop, batting .358, no homers, 17 runs batted in, and 13 stolen bases in 13 attempts. Terrell with a lead at second, the pitch. It bounces up there again. Good stab by the catcher, Carr, who has been busy in this first inning, 2-0 the count.
Again, Auburn has been good this year for Samford. He gave up 4 earned runs in his first appearance, 4 total over the next 8, and 4 tonight.
2-0 pitch. Swing on a foul back here. Off the one of the luxury suites down the right side. Not many occupied. I don't see a lot of open space or open doors in the luxury suites tonight.
Nope.
Pitch. McCrane up the middle. Second baseman gets there, throws to first, pulls him off the bag, and McCrane is safe as Terrell goes to third on the play. Really good play by Ince, Brad, to get to that ball behind the bag, but really had no chance to throw out the speedy Brandon McCrane.
Yeah, it was up the barrel, up closer to the end of the bat, and wasn't just scalded up the middle. Ince had a long way to go to get to it, and did. And you know what? An accurate throw gets him, and that's hard to do.
5 hits in the first inning, 4 runs home. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for Eddie Madrigal, the pitch. In there for a strike. The Auburn DH tonight batting .273, no homers and 2 runs batted in. Gabe Gross flashes the signs from the Auburn dugout. Stretch in the pitch. Runner goes from first, and Madrigal sends one up the left side foul.
A good idea by Eddie there to go the other way. They're playing the shift against him, and so shortstop is vacated. Reminds me of how Florida played him in the 9th inning in that finale Saturday, and he just shot one through the 6-hole.
McCrane was off with that last pitch. Now it's 0-2 to Madrigal. 2 outs, runners at the corners. The pitch. Eddie through the screen or through the shift, off of the glove of the shortstop. No play anywhere. Terrell comes home to score, and it's a 5-0 Auburn lead.
That's really tough luck for Samford because Gandy and Ince converged at the ball. Gandy dove to his left, the shortstop. Again, they were in the shift. He hit it right between the 2 of them. And as they were converging, it ricocheted off Gandy's glove past Ince, who was charging toward him.
And Bristol Carter is the 9th man to bat in the first. Good to see Bristol back out there. Illness kept him out of all the games last weekend at Florida. In the 9-hole tonight, here's the pitch. Bristol fouls back. Went after the first pitch.
Yeah.
Are you surprised by that in the least?
No, he missed being out there.
Yeah.
He missed being on the field this weekend and being part of that series win on the field.
Did he make the trip?
Yes, he was on the trip.
Okay. 0-1 to Bristol, the pitch. Drops in for strike 2. 5 runs home in the inning for the Tigers. Runners have first and second for Auburn. Tigers have batted through the order. Here's the pitch to Carter. Inside, almost hit him. It did. And the bases are loaded for Mason McCrane. Brandon McCrane to third, Madrigal to second, Carter to first, and here is Mason McCrane, who led off the game with a walk. He scored on the first of Auburn's two-run homers in the inning, one by Eric Guevara, the other by Ethan Bingaman. And that may be all for the starter, Palmer Auburn. Head coach is out.
This would match the shortest stint of the year for Auburn in terms of outs. Against East Tennessee on April 4th, he only went a third of an inning.
Head coach is out. They've not made a motion to the bullpen yet. 2 outs, the bases loaded for Auburn, 5 already home, and that is all. That is all for the starter, Auburn. Samford makes a Pepper Tree pitching change. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection, the finest cuts of meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery and online at steaksandwine.com. Time now for a Pepper Tree pitching change for the Samford Bulldogs.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
The new pitcher for Samford is 5'9" freshman Michael Fredette. 5'9", 185, a right-hander from Kennesaw, Georgia, and Mount Perrin High School. Numbers on Fredette. There they are. Fredette 0-2 in 5 outings. He has started 2 games and come on in relief 3 times. He's pitched 6 innings. 0-2 with an earned run average of 18. 11 hits, 12 runs in 6 innings of work, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. He's given up 3 doubles, 3 homers. He's hit 3 batters and thrown 1 wild pitch. And teams are batting .407 against the freshman Michael Fredette. Well, Auburn went through the order once. He gave up 5 runs on 6 hits with a walk and a strikeout. A third of an inning. And one of those hits, a mammoth home run by Eric Guevara.
How far was it, Brad?
445 feet.
Goodness. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. And Mason McCrane to the plate. Auburn has scored 5 runs in this top of the first. A top of the first that right now is about 17 minutes old. And Auburn trying to put up a great big crooked number right here in the top of the first. McCrane, a walk, he scored to lead off the ball game. Fredette stretches and pitches. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was spinning away from the left-handed hitter. 0-1 to Mason. He worked a 3-2 count walk to open the ball game and scored on that 445-foot bomb by Guevara. Stretch by Fredette in the pitch. Strike 2. Inside corner, 0-2 to McCrane.
With a walk an inning and a freshman coming into this spot surrounded by Tigers on the bases, not a bad idea. Make him throw a couple of strikes.
They still have the shift to the right side of the infield. The pitch to McCrane. It misses just off the inside corner. A ball and 2 strikes to Mason. Third baseman McDonald is in his normal spot, maybe a couple steps off the line. Everybody else on the right side of the infield right now. Stretch by Fredette in the pitch. Mason hits it to the shortstop, drops it, looks to first. Everybody safe, and he throws it away into the dugout, and another run will score. 2 runs will score on the play. That's going to be an error on the fielding and an error on the throw.
Yeah,
and now Auburn leads by a score of 7-0.
I was going to say that could very well be 2 separate independent errors.
So McCrane to second. Carter to third. And here is Eric Guevara. 7-0 Auburn on top. Pitch. off the outside corner.
I think I wouldn't be I'd stay away from middle in on Guevara here.
Here's the stretch and the pitch. Guevara drives it to right field. It's down for a base hit. A run is home. They'll hold up McCrane at third. Carter scores, and it's 8-0 Auburn.
Now that is a beautiful at bat by Guevara because they were staying away from middle in. They were going to pitch him away. He saw that, didn't try to get too big and pull it, just sent it the opposite way.
Mason McCrane held up at third. It was a one-hopper, a sharp one-hopper to Souders in right. And now Guevara to the plate. Chase Fralick. Guevara at first. He is 2 for 2 in this inning with 3 runs batted in. Runners at the corners for Fralick. The pitch. Eric takes a strike. Chase takes a strike. Eric's at first.
They only have one error in the official scoring right now on Gandy.
Fredette comes set. Comes the pitch. Down and in. A ball and a strike to the Auburn catcher.
It appears early Auburn is not letting breaking balls beat them. They're sitting fastball, and they are connecting.
Just the 4th error of the year for Ince, the second baseman. Now the 1-1. Runner goes. Swing, chopper to the second baseman. The shortstop in front. Throws across to get Fralick. Mason McCrane scores on the play, and Auburn leads 9-0, and Guevara is at second base now with 2 down. So 6-3 on the putout, an RBI for Fralick. That gives him 29 on the season. 2 outs in the inning. Guevara at second, and here's Chris Rembert. First pitch to Chris. A little bit high, 1-0. He struck out first time around in this inning. Auburn leads 9-0 in the first. A runner at second and 2 down. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Missed the outside corner with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes to Rembert. 9 runs on 7 hits. They've been helped out by an error, a walk, and a hit batter in the inning. 2-0 pitch. Rembert takes a strike, 2-1.
What's the last inning you remember like this to start a ball game?
Ooh, I'm afraid to say what I'm thinking.
Well,
2-1. Fouled back. The last one that is close to this was the championship game of the 2019 Super Regional at North Carolina when Auburn scored 13 runs.
I thought about that one. I also thought about the first game of the 22 Regional against Southeastern Louisiana.
Oh, that's very good. Yes. That is more recent pitch. Swing and a miss. At a fastball high, and Rembert goes down, and the inning comes to a close. 9 runs, 7 hits in air, and a man left. As Samford comes to the plate in the bottom of the first, Auburn leads 9-0, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Hall of Fame coach Kim Evans. Who called you from Auburn? What was the first contact that you had from your alma mater?
So the first contact that I ever had was a guy named Pat Dye. So I got to talk to Coach Dye and spend some time with Coach Dye a few years earlier. And talk to me about Auburn and coaching here. Just kind of one of those great drive around Auburn couple hours that I'll never forget. And his bird dog sat in my lap the whole time.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Yeah, Pat, on YouTube on the In the Booth feed, you're right. That was a heck of a start. Auburn with 9 runs in the top of the first inning. Griffin Graves has a 9-0 lead as he takes the mound for the first time. Defensively, behind the junior left-hander, it's Bub Terrell in left, Bristol Carter in center, Mason McCrane in right field. Along the infield at third, it's Eric Guevara. Shortstop, Brandon McCrane. Chris Rimbert is at second, and Ethan Bingaman is at first. Chase Freilich in his familiar spot behind the plate. He tosses it down to second base for McCrane Fields. Flips to Rimbert, back to Graves. And we're ready to go. Dutton, Souders, and Carr. The first three due up for Samford. This is a good offensive team now for the Bulldogs, and Graves will try to lock in and have another good start.
This team has a squad batting .291, 54 homers,
Your center fielder, number 1, Pierce Dutton.
54 doubles, 8 triples. First pitch. Dutton swings and misses at the first pitch from Griffin Graves. Actually, a foul tip, 0-1. Dutton batting .312, no homers, 6 runs batted in. Pitch on the way from Graves. Fouled up and out of play off the left side. The Thunder in their order comes between 2 and 5 in the order.
Yeah, combined 37 home runs with those 4 guys.
Souders, Carr, Higgins, and Boykin. 0-2 pitch. Chopper up the middle to Rimbert. Stays down on that one, throws to first. A little bit high, but out.
Love it. Graves not messing around. He's pitching to contact. He got the foul ball on the second pitch and the ground ball on the third. He knows his assignment here. Get up there, throw strikes. You're up 9-0. Let your outstanding defense do what they do.
Jake Souders at the plate, the right fielder, batting .40. Boy, we talk about a season. .404 the average, 9 homers, 34 runs batted in, and 16 stolen bases. Right-handed hitting right fielder for Samford. Stretch in the pitch. Fastball. Strike call in the inside corner.
That looked like it had a little run in on the right-hander.
Graves comes set in the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one just sunk out of sight. 0-2. Souders, 6'2", 200 pounds. Grad student from Columbus, Georgia. The pitch to him. Just a little bit up, maybe a little out. A ball and 2 strikes from Brookstone High School in Columbus. 1 out, nobody on for Samford. Tigers lead 9-0. We're in the bottom of the first. Pitch. Low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Souders. Cade Carr waits on deck. Good crowd that continues to come into the Hoover Met tonight. Many in the orange and blue. 2-2 pitch. Miss low and away, 3-2 the count.
Yeah, this is as good an Auburn turnout as we've had at this game the last several years, and we said the same thing in Montgomery. A good Auburn group came out. I think everybody recognizes kind of the makeup of this team, what they could do, and they're out to see them live.
3-2 pitch, missed high and away. Well, he didn't do this last Wednesday. He didn't allow a base runner last Wednesday. A 1-out walk after getting ahead of Souders. 0-2. And Souders aboard, and he could do some running. Of course, being down by 9 may alter that a little bit. And here's Cade Carr, the catcher. 309 the average, 8 homers, 33 runs batted in. As Graves comes set, here's the pitch. A little bit low. I don't think that Griffin's missing by much.
No, especially I think he thought he had strike 3 on the 0-2 pitch. So did Freilich, who held it there a little longer.
1-0. Little up, 2-0.
That's 6 in a row now he's missed after getting ahead of Souders 0-2.
Runner at first, 1 out for Samford. Graves comes set. 2-0 pitch to Carr. Drops low, ball 3.
Well, Auburn's not the only team that got off to a hot start in an in-state battle. In Tuscaloosa tonight, Alabama's hosting UAB. Blazers scored 7. They lead 7-0 in Tuscaloosa.
Auburn will play UAB over at Regents Field 2 weeks from tonight. No midweek game for Auburn next week.
Yep. That UAB club's 25-15. They're 10-5 in the American Conference. There's not a lot of gimmies in these midweek games. There's not a lot of soft competition on Auburn's #1 ranked strength of schedule this year.
Guevara came in from third. Freilich went out from the catching spot to talk with Graves, who's now fallen behind Carr 3-0. Souders with the lead at first, 1 out. The pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. You think either of those two Graves said, hey, throw strikes?
Yeah, they decoded that message.
3-1. High fly ball to left. Terrell is back. He's at the warning track. At the bullpen, he jumps and it's gone. On a 3-1 pitch to Carr, he hits his 9th home run of the season, and it's 9-2 Auburn.
That's what happens when you get into disadvantage counts. After getting ahead of Souders 0-2, next 4 missed. First 3 missed to Carr. And he was looking fastball 3-1, didn't miss it. You mentioned the Thunder in the lineup. Souders and now Carr with 9. Higgins and Boykin all with 9 or more. Boykin has 11.
Base is empty, 1 out. Here's Trey Higgins, the DH. Batting .308, 9 homers, 26 runs batted in. 9-2, the Auburn lead. Swing at the changeup and a miss. On a night with no wind, the ball is a-jumping.
Yeah.
Here at the Hoover Met.
Sure is.
0-1. Strike 2 on a fastball. 0-2 to Higgins.
Maybe that's what Graves needed. Just kind of like taking your first hit in a football game. After that, you settle in. Maybe.
A palate cleanser.
Sure.
A sorbet. Stretch in the 0-2. Chopper foul to the Samford dugout on the third base side.
First hit, first runs he's allowed since that Jack State game.
Count remains 0-2 to Higgins, the DH. Boykin on deck for Samford. Stretch and delivery. Fouled back to the screen.
Tried to get the fastball on the inside corner, couldn't get it there. Tough to do that consistently against these hitters, 2 through 5.
Count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Trey Higgins. Pitch on the way. He went around. He tried to hold up. That'll peel to first, and he went. Sure did.
Sure he did. That wasn't all that close. Really good pitch. High fastball up and away. Higgins could not lay off.
First strikeout of the night for Graves and the Tigers. The K-Cannon presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 2 down in the inning. Here's Luke Boykin, the left fielder. A team-leading 11 homers, 41 runs batted in, batting .288. He's at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on for Samford in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. Swing, and he had a home run cut, but came up empty. 0-1.
Some other interesting scores from around the league. Florida and Jacksonville U are tied at 3 in the top of the 4th on the Yellowwood scoreboard.
0-1 the count to Boykin. Stretch and delivery. Foul tip on a fastball into the glove of Freilich, 0-2.
And Georgia and Georgia Tech are playing in the home of the NL East leading Atlanta Braves tonight. They're tied at 2 in the bottom of the 2nd.
Really? They're in first place?
First place.
Huh.
By about 5 games.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a strong division. 0-2 the count, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Went down and away. Tagged out by Freilich. Second strikeout for Graves. K-Cannon presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 2 runs on a hit, no errors, and no 1 left. We're through 1 in Hoover. Auburn 9, Samford 2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Let's be honest, senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling, bingo! At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
Had 3 home runs in the first inning. Tigers lead 9-2 coming to the plate in the second. And the second inning is presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. It will be Bingaman, Terrell, and Brandon McCrane for Auburn in the second. Auburn scored 9 runs on 7 hits, a pair of 2-run homers in the first.
Leading off the second inning for Auburn, number 18.
And Michael Fredette, don't call me Jimmer, on the hill.
That was my first thought, too.
For Samford. Pitch misses high to Bing, who hit a 2-run homer to left in the first. 5th home run of the year. That gives him 22 runs batted in. 1-0. Fastball high, 2-0 the count. Stretching the 2-0 pitch. Bingaman gets a strike call on the outside corner, 2-1 the count. Two-one, chop to the right side. First baseman charges, fields, flips to first to the pitcher, Fredette covering in time for the out.
It's well played by Fredette. Freshman for Samford, a top 30 pitcher in the state of Georgia coming out of high school. Got over there to cover the bag. A step ahead of Bingaman.
Here's Terrell. Bub doubled to right, scored in the first inning. Pitch on the way. High and away. Winding the pitch. Terrell up the middle. Shortstop over. Throws across his body to first and gets Terrell by about a half step. Fine play by Gus Gandy.
And that was a cue shot with some side spin. A slow roller back to, like if he was at his normal shortstop position, he would have to charge to field that ball. But he cut over from where he was in the shift on the right side of the bag to get it and then throw out Bub.
2 down for Brandon McCrane. An infield single in the first inning. He scored one of Auburn's 9 runs. The pitch up and in for ball 1.
Auburn basketball announces the signing of Adam Olson out of South Alabama.
Shooter, 6'8".
Yeah.
Up and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Did not play in the Auburn-South Alabama game in the first round of the NIT.
39% three-point shooter, made a school record 102 threes last year.
2-0 pitch. Ball 3. He was injured and did not play that night. It was one of those game-time decisions for the Jaguars. 3 balls and no strikes, 2 outs. Brandon McCrane, the pitch. Ball 4. He walks on 4 pitches. After 2 good defensive plays on the infield, Fredette walks Brandon McCrane on 4 pitches, and it brings up Eddie Madrigal.
So funny, like Griffin Graves cruises through the first batter and then gets ahead 0-2 and then misses with 6 straight. And now here Fredette gets the first 2 on ground outs and 4 straight balls to McCrane.
Brandon may do some running. He has 11 stolen bases. He's at first. Stretching the pitch. Inside to Madrigal, 1-0 the count. Singled home a run and scored back in the first. That was a whole inning ago for Auburn. 2 outs, a runner at first for Auburn in the second. Stretch. Here's the pitch to Madrigal. Tried to go the opposite way and fouled it back. Trying to go away from the everybody on the right side of the infield. 1-1 the count.
You know, and normally in the shift, the third baseman, like McDonald, is splitting third and second base.
Is.
A little closer to short than usual.
A ball and a strike. Stretch in the pitch. Runner goes from first. Throw to second base. And McCrane is thrown out for the first time this year. Fine play. Carr to the shortstop covering. And the inning comes to a close. First time this year that Brandon McCrane has been thrown out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left for Auburn. We go to the bottom of the second. Auburn 9, Samford 2. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud Ream dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
6, 7, and 8 hitters for Samford in the bottom of the second. Auburn leads 9-2. We're at the Hoover Met tonight. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With their spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage.
Andy, Oklahoma tonight is hosting Oral Roberts. Sooners are trailing in the first inning. Oral Roberts got 4 runs on 2 hits in the first inning. 4-0 there in Norman as they go to the bottom of the first.
Jeffrey Ince will lead it off, the second baseman for Samford. Here in the second with the Tigers on top of the Bulldogs 9-2. Graves stretches and pitches. Ince lines into left field for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Samford. And a leadoff single for Ince.
Well, Graves has not thrown a pitch out of the strike zone since the meeting on the mound, since he fell behind Carr 3-0. Carr homered on a 3-1 pitch, and then it was 3 straight strikes to Higgins, 3 straight strikes to Boykin, and then Ince jumped on that first pitch.
There's Parker McDonald with 5 homers and 19 runs batted in. He's batting .256. Stretch and delivery. Foul right side, out of play. It's a Samford team that has hit into 21 double plays this season.
Let's hope you're clairvoyant.
Stretch in the 0-1. A little bit low. A ball and a strike to Parker McDonald, the third baseman. McDonald has hit into 5 double plays. That's the most on the ball club pitch to him. He shows bunts at first base side. Fair ground. Fielded by the pitcher. Flips to first for the out. Didn't have a lot of time to do that, but Graves to Bingaman to get the runner. And Ince to second base.
Graves, as a lefty, is falling off the other side of the mound, so he had to reverse direction really quickly as the ball was trying to roll up above the mound away from him, but he was able to track it down in time.
It is a sacrifice for McDonald, and here's Jackson Harris, the first baseman, batting .240, no homers, 8 runs batted in. Ince down at second base. The pitch inside, almost hit him. A ball and no strikes to Harris. That's the first pitch out of the strike zone since the number 3 hitter, Cade Carr, worked a 3-1 count and then homered. Stretch and delivery. Drops in low, blocked by Fralick, and Ince stays at second base, 2-0 the count. Two runs, 2 hits, an error for Samford. 9 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Auburn. We're in the bottom of the second, 1 out and runner at second base. Graves with a high set. Here's the pitch. Strike call on the outside corner. 2-1. The left-hander Graves against the left-hander Jackson Harris. An open stance from the left side. Sets up deep in the batter's box. Stretch in the 2-1. Strike 2. Down in the strike zone, but Graves got the call from Brian Hale. Two and 2 the count. Stretch in the pitch. Lifts it out of play, left side. Spoiled a pretty good pitch. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Just think about Graves really coming into his own last year in a relief role. Limited opportunities as a freshman, but that year he finished in the season finale against Alabama, turned in a scoreless inning, and then really blossomed from his freshman to his sophomore year.
Now another 2-2. Chopper in front of the plate. Fielded in fair ground by Fralick to first in time for the out, and Ince goes to third. Fine run by the Auburn women's golf team. Finished second at the SEC Championships today to Tennessee. Now they gear up for the NCAA regionals. Auburn men, one of the favorites to be sure at the SEC Men's Championships at Seaside Golf Club, St. Simons Island, Georgia. Auburn, the national #1 seed. That begins play tomorrow. 3 days of stroke play, and then match play begins. 2 outs, a runner at third. The pitch. Blocked and smothered by Fralick to Gus Gandy, a ball and no strikes.
Well, you better do that here because there is a ton of room behind home plate.
Yes, indeed. 2 outs, a runner at third. A ball and no strikes to Gandy. The pitch. Fouls it back here. Just to our right, 1-1 the count. Auburn softball on the road tomorrow night at Troy. Britt Bowen will have the call on Weagle, 91.1 FM. And then the Tigers gear up for Ole Miss this weekend. At Jamie Moore Field, 1-1. Swing and another foul out of play right side.
Yeah, the luxury boxes are safe tonight.
Boy, I mean, if there were people in them, they'd be flush with foul balls already. A ball and 2 strikes now to Gandy.
There's 1 in use. It's an Auburn family.
1-2 pitch. Gandy goes after a fastball at his eyes and comes up empty. Strikeout for Graves, his third of the night. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always #1. No runs, a hit, no errors. A man left for Samford. We're through 2 in Hoover. Auburn 9, Samford at 2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Thank you, Mark Aston. We move to the top of the third at the Hoover Met. Auburn leads Samford 9-2. The third inning is presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. With Brad Law, Patrick Rogers, and I Scarview Auburn Studios tonight. It will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Auburn here in the third. Madrigal was at the plate when Brandon McCrane was thrown out at second base. The shift is on the right side of the infield. The pitch to Eddie. Out in front of the changeup. 0-1 the count.
That is as pronounced a shift as you'll get.
Shortstop where the second baseman would typically play. The second baseman in right center. The pitch. Madrigal drives one to deep right field. Back is Souders. He's at the wall, and that will be the first home run of the year for Eddie Madrigal. Just to the right of the video board in right center field, and the Tigers go up 10-2.
Power, smooth swing. Ball is carrying well tonight. And that's one of the ways you beat the shift is just hit over it.
He's 2 for 2. He's scored twice. He's driven home 2. 10 to Auburn, and here's Bristol Carter. Pitch on the way. Bristol takes it off the outside edge for ball one. Bristol was hit by a pitch in the first.
That is the 4th home run surrendered by Fredette this year.
Pitch on the way. Carter takes a fastball high. It's 2-0. Third home run of the night for Auburn.
Now, see, there was somebody on base ahead of Bristol last time. You don't think he'd like to have first base with nobody on second?
Indeed. 2-0. Strike call. Up in the zone, but a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Fredette, the wind, and the pitch. 3 balls and a strike. He missed up. All of the pitches in this at bat have been a little bit up in the zone. 3-1 pitch to Bristol Carter. Here it is. Swings and lifts it up the right side. It'll be out of play.
That had some late break. That may have been a slider.
Count is full to the Auburn number 9 hitter tonight, Bristol Carter. Pitch. Hitting on the helmet. Looked like it hit him up on the helmet above the ear hole. Anthony Sanderson, Auburn's athletic trainer, is immediately out to make sure that Bristol Carter is all right.
Man, it's been a tough week for Bristol.
Well, it's the second time he's been hit tonight.
Uh-huh.
And now Bristol to first base. 1 out, a runner at first for Auburn, and here is Mason McCrane. Walked and scored in the first, came up again in the first, reached on an error and scored it again. A run home for Auburn in the inning, a runner at first, 1 out. Stretched by Fredette. Here's the pitch. Carter, delayed steal, they throw to second base. It's not even close. And Bristol steals his 26th of the season. He's 26 of 27.
Well, he didn't waste any time, did he? The delayed steal was probably hard on him to wait. It was down and in, and Carr had to move to his right a little bit, but Carter was off on the delayed steal. You're right, it was not close.
McCrane takes a strike. A ball and a strike to Mason. So Carter at second base with 1 out here in the third. Fredette comes set. Carter dancing away down at second base, and they'll throw back there with the shortstop covering and almost threw it into center field. Shortstop almost didn't get to the bag in time.
This is a calculated risk by Tony David and Samford to play McCrane in the shift before you get to 2 strikes. Mason's approach is just hit the ball up the middle. He's got a lot of room to do it.
You can't hold on Carter either very well.
Right.
Here's the pitch. McCrane fouls it back. A ball and 2 strikes. To hold Carter to any semblance of second base, you give away the shift, basically.
You really do. I mean, you've got the first baseline covered.
Yes, because he is right on top of the line there. 1-2 pitch to Mason McCrane. Long set by Fredette. And Carter goes the pitch. Swing line drive down the right field line. Fair ball. That'll get down into the corner. Carter scores. McCrane on his way to second base. He takes the turn there, and he'll hold there with a double. 4th double of the year for McCrane. Carter was off with the pitch. He scores.
He was going to have it, too.
Yes, agreed. McCrane's 4th double of the year gives him 31 runs batted in. Has a good job by Souders to make sure that McCrane didn't get to third on the play. And the pitching coach for Samford is out. Auburn has scored 2 more runs here in the top of the third, 1 out, a runner at second. Actually, nobody out and a runner at second. And Eric Guevara to the plate for the Tigers.
Good to see Auburn start this inning strong. Fredette got him in the second inning, gave up a 2-out walk, and then McCrane was thrown out trying to steal second. So a fast inning. And rather than get lulled to sleep by an early big inning and a substantial lead, they've come right back out here and they took advantage of mistakes, whether it's a mistake on a pitch or a hit batter allowing your best base runner to get on. And the 8 and 9 hitters have come in here in the third inning.
With that home run Oh, and then, by the way, an RBI single in the first.
Yep.
Guevara now with a 16-game hitting streak. It's Auburn's largest since 2024. It was Ike Irish. Stretch and pitch in there for a strike. That's the closest 16-game hitting streak. Bryson Ware had an 18-game hitting streak in 2023 from March 14th through April 14th. A strike call to Guevara. Pitch on the way. Eric fouled it back just to our right. Oh, did it make the
it did.
The occupied Auburn luxury suite?
It sure did.
Is everybody okay?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It appears so.
Good.
But now that, hey, heart rate's a little up.
Yeah. 0-2 to Eric. He's 2 for 2 on the night with 3 runs batted in. Comes the pitch. Went after one, got a piece of it, but fouled it into the glove of the catcher. 2 outs. Actually, the first out of the inning. I don't know why I keep trying to add to the outs. 1 out.
Trying to give him an extra out. That was a pretty good pitch. Late break. It was up and away. Couldn't lay off.
Here's Fralick. Singled and scored in the first, then lined out for a sacrifice fly. Pitch to him. First pitch is down.
And when Samford's pitchers cannot land breaking balls for strike, that chase by Guevara is one of the only times an Auburn batter has chased a breaking ball out of the strike zone tonight.
1-0 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. 2 balls and no strike. Let me amend. He did not line out. Fralick grounded out to the shortstop, but it scored a run for Auburn back in the first inning. Mason McCrane at second. 2 runs home in the inning. Auburn leads at 11-2. Stretch in the pitch. Fralick takes a strike. 2 balls and a strike to the Auburn catcher. He's raised his average to .322 on the season. 6 homers, 29 runs batted in. Stretch by Fredette. Comes the pitch. Fralick lines it right to the shortstop, to the bag. He doubles up McCrane, and the inning comes to a close. Line out, double play. Auburn scores 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. No errors and no one left. To the bottom of the third. Auburn 11, Samford 2. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Top of the order for Samford in the bottom of the third. Dutton, Souders, and Carr to face Griffin Graves. Staked to an 11-2 lead. Home runs tonight by Eric Guevara, Ethan Bingaman, and the first in an Auburn uniform for Eddie Madrigal. Tell you, that's got to feel good for Eddie coming back from that torn ACL back in the fall.
Yeah. Just slow but sure progression. You get your timing back, your power, all of it kind of connected. He doubled a handful of times already this year, but that first home run takes you to the next level.
Dutton grounded out to the second baseman to open the first inning for Samford. He bats here in the third, and the pitch just misses the outside corner from Griffin Graves. 2 runs, 2 hits tonight for Samford in the first 2 innings against Graves. 1-0. Foul tip into the glove of Fralick. A ball and a strike. Stretch end to 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Good pitch down in the strike zone
Graves,
to the left-handed hitting Dutton.
Graves was almost exclusively a weekend guy last year. He did face Samford his freshman year in a relief outing. Pitched a third of an inning, gave up a hit, a couple of runs, 2 walks.
1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Graves, here comes the pitch. Dutton singles through the left side. So Dutton aboard with Samford's 3rd hit of the night.
Opposite field single with 2 strikes, usually the sign of a good approach at the plate. Graves didn't quite get it in enough.
Here's Jake Souders. Reached on a walk in the first and scored on the 2-run homer by Carr. To this point, it's the only scoring tonight for Samford. But a leadoff single here in the 3rd with Dutton at first. He gets his lead. And a throw over by Graves. Runner is safe.
Now you're back into that power-packed portion of the lineup.
Souders with 9 homers and 34 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch. Strike called in the inside corner. Dutton edges away at first. Stretched by Graves. 0-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit to right. Runners at first and second and no one out. A couple of opposite field singles for Samford to open the inning. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Back-to-back singles by Dutton and Souders. That will bring Auburn's pitching coach Everett Tieford out to talk with the infield. Tigers lead at 11-2 in the bottom of the 3rd here at the Hoover Met.
Neither hit on bad pitches. I mean, the pitch to Souders was low and away. He just went down to get it and take it the other way. And maybe that's part of the conversation is, hey, you're hitting your spots. They gave up. They got a couple hits. Good hitters sometimes spoil good pitches. And no, that's not the conversation because that will do it.
So Graves' night is done. And Auburn makes a golden flake call to the bullpen.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
The new pitcher is freshman L.J. Cormier from Tuscaloosa, 6'1", 173-pound right-hander out of Sipsey High. 12 appearances, all in relief. No record, a 2.18 earned run average, 20 2/3 innings, 17 hits, 7 runs, only 5 earned. He has walked 7, struck out 29 in just under 21 innings, and teams are hitting .210 against L.J. Cormier. Last time we saw him against Florida, game 1 of the series, Thursday night, an inning and 2/3 scoreless, hitless, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He has not given up an earned run in his last 3 outings since earning a save against Arkansas on April 2nd. He's pitched 3 times. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings. He's given up 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts in that span. A really terrific assimilation into his freshman year for L.J. Cormier. The night for Griffin Graves, 2 innings, 4 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts. To this point, 2 runs. Runners at first and second are his responsibility. Graves faced 11 batters.
And here's Kane Carr to face Cormier. Carr hit a 3-1 pitch for a 2-run homer in the first. 35 runs batted in, 9 home runs on the season. Infield will play back, look for the double play. Carr has raised his average to .314. 2 on and nobody out for Samford in the bottom of the 3rd. Stretch in the pitch from Cormier. Swing and a miss out in front. Dutton at second and Souders at first. Nobody out for Samford in the third. 0-1 to Carr. Stretch by Cormier. Here comes the pitch. Missed outside, a ball and a strike. Medium depth for Auburn in center field and in right. Pitch on the way. Chopper up the middle to the shortstop. Fields and throws to first. Got him. Wow. Half step. That's a fine play by Brandon McCrane because there's just no wasted effort allowed there.
Andy, I'll be honest, I didn't think he had a chance scooping it with his glove. I thought he would have to make a bare hand. That was as slow a roller that made it out to short as you'll ever see.
Dutton goes to third, Souders to second. And now here's Trey Higgins, a strikeout victim in the first. Cormier winds and fires. Bounces up there, backhanded by Fralick. And the runners stay at second and third.
Saved a run. Really nice job.
Two on, one out for Samford. Bottom of the third. Tigers lead 11-2. Here comes the pitch. Bounces up there again. Fralick again smothers it.
Yeah, the first was a fastball that he just spiked. That time Cormier tried the overhand curve.
2-0 to Higgins. 9 homers, 26 runs batted in. Facing the right-hander, Cormier the pitch. Didn't get the call, 3-0. Fralick didn't move his glove. Their best home run guy waits on deck. 3-0 pitch. Strike call. Got that call. 3-1 to Higgins. Dutton at third and Souders at second. Cormier in relief of Graves. The pitch. Swing at the changeup, and he came up empty, 3-2.
Well, I'll tell you what, the moxie to throw the change there, 3-1, when Higgins absolutely is thinking fastball all the way. Strong.
3 balls and 2 strikes now to Higgins. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw another change. 2 outs in the inning. 4th strikeout tonight by Auburn. First for Cormier. K-Counter presented by Key of Auburn, where you're always number one.
A 3-1 changeup. And now Higgins says, all right, he's definitely going to throw the fastball now. Let me load up and get ready. Nope, pulled the string again.
2 outs now for Boykin. Second and third, 2 down for Samford. Wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. There is a baseball that has gotten out onto the playing surface, back and to the right of Bub Terrell. They now realize that from the berm down the left field line, and Bub returns it. It was out there for the first strike, by the way. I saw it.
Good eye, Andy.
Thank you, Brad. 0-1 the count to Boykin. Cormier winds and fires. Strike 2. Another off-speed delivery there, Brad. Now it's 0-2.
You can go overhand curve here.
With runners at second and third and 2 outs, he works off the wind, shakes off the sign. Again, shakes off the sign. Winds, fires. Low and away, blocked by Fralick, who has saved at least 2 runs in this inning.
Went back to the fastball. That fastball's been down in the dirt a few times this inning.
A ball and 2 strikes the count to Boykin. Here comes the pitch. Got him swinging with 1 down. Samford had runners at first and second and no 1 out. And then Cormier came in. He got the ground out, a strikeout, and a strikeout, and the inning is over. We're through 3 in Hoover. Auburn 11, Samford 2. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
From the producers of The Crown.
You are invited to attend an interview, the position of assistant dresser.
For Her Royal Highness the Duchess of York
comes a new BritBox original drama inspired by a true story.
As time passes, speculation is growing. Could Jane Andrews have killed the man she loved?
Starring Natalie Dormer and Mia McKenna-Bruce.
I don't want an ordinary life!
However did it come to this? The Lady, streaming March 18th, only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
As Auburn comes to the plate in the top of the fourth, Samford makes a pepper tree pitching change for number 18, Will Andre. 6'5", 205, a freshman right here from Hoover. Just over the hill from his high school. Andre comes on. He's 1-1 on the season, a 6.75 ERA. This will be his 15th appearance and his 13th in relief. 20 innings pitched, 15 runs on 25 hits, 22 strikeouts, 11 walks, a homer. And opponents are hitting .313 against Andre. Fredette goes 2 2/3 innings, gives up 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 of those earned. Walked a man, struck out 2, hit a batter. And he is done for the night. Will Andre is on, and Chris Rembert will lead off the fourth. And to take you through the middle 3 innings, the pride of Piedmont, Alabama. Here is Bradford T. Law.
Thank you, Andy. Rembert, Bingaman, Terrell to face Andre. The Giant 9-run first inning for Auburn, the difference in the game so far. Rembert is 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts for Chris. First pitch from Andre. Way upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Every player goes through some ups and downs. Most teams go through some ups and downs throughout the course of a season. 1-0. Rembert shows bunt, bunts it foul off to the left. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Auburn scored 7 runs in 4 games between March 27th and 31st. Tigers have scored 80 runs in the last 11 games. Pitch to Rembert. A little breaking ball, tapped left side. Giant field, scoops, throws low, and snagged over there at first nicely by Jackson Harris. Harris took the low throw, picked it at first, and Rembert is retired. He put it in play, but was thrown out. 1 away in the top of the fourth. And here is Ethan Bingaman. Bingaman launched a 2-run homer in the first. Grounded to the first baseman in the second. Here's the pitch. It's high, 1-0. He starts Bingaman the same way he started Rembert. From the stretch, Andre, long-legged right-hander, deals and misses high again and nearly stumbled coming off the mound. 2 balls, no strikes. He did stumble. He nearly lost his balance completely. 2-0 to Bingaman.
Well called.
Thanks. The pitch. High again. He's missed 3 straight up to Bingaman. And the Auburn freshman just content to watch him. Play him straight away in the outfield. And here is the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Missed all 4 high. That was the closest to the 4, but still up. So Bingaman draws a 1-out walk. That's the 3rd walk issued by Samford pitchers tonight. No breeze, no wind. The flag just hanging limp against the pole down the left field line. And we didn't see that for any of the games in Gainesville over the weekend. You couldn't trust the wind. The wind played a factor all 3 days. Swirling. Pitch Terrell. High, ball 1. Andre's missed with 5 in a row, and they've all been up to varying degrees.
And somebody's just been warmed in the Samford dugout.
Yep, Samford dugout is talking to Brian Hale behind the plate, and he just motioned, that's it. From the stretch. Andre to Terrell. Breaking ball, there's a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bub. A double and a run scored in that 9-run first inning for Terrell. He's also grounded out to short. On a nice play by Gandy to charge, cut in front of the second baseman and throw him out. 1-1 pitch. Strike on the inside corner, well-placed fastball. And Andre is ahead of Terrell, a ball and 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 4th. Tigers lead 11-2. Andre again comes set, looks home, comes home. Ground ball, foul pass first. Sonny DeShera looks on, unimpressed from the first base coach's box. Still a ball, 2 strikes. Oklahoma in town, down to the final 4 weekends of the regular season. That is crazy.
Yes, it is.
It's just crazy. And boy, the series win at Florida helped so much going into the last 4. Pitch to Terrell. Misses low, blocked by Carr. He kept in front of him, so Bingaman stays put at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You win 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
In the last 2 weekends, Auburn is 10-8 and in 4th place in the SEC.
Yeah. Now, all 4 weekend opponents are either 10-8 or better in the league, because that's the way it is in the SEC this year. 2-2 pitch to Terrell. Good 2-strike swing there. Fought it off up and away. Fouled it back. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He was trying to take that to left. He got a pitch up and out. He just couldn't get on top of it enough.
So now 2 series at home, 2 on the road. Oklahoma, and then you close the regular season with Georgia. Those bookend road series at Texas A&M and Mississippi State. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball to center field. Dutton is over a few steps to his right. He makes the catch. Just a towering fly ball. Caught in center by Dutton for the second out of the inning, and now Brandon McCrane will be the batter. He is 1 for 1. He's been on twice. He singled and walked. He scored a run, and for the first time this year, he's been caught stealing.
Now batting number 11, Brandon McCrane.
He bats with 2 outs and a runner at first, and the right side of the infield wide open. Here's the delivery. It's high, ball 1.
Excuse me, Brad.
I was just going to say, as far as midweeks, no more home midweeks. The 6 games, Oklahoma and Georgia, that's it for the home schedule this year. Here's the 1-0 to McCrane. It's there for strike 1 to even the count.
Auburn doesn't have a midweek next week, but its last 2 midweeks are on the road. At UAB at Regents Field, downtown Birmingham in 2 weeks, and at Jacksonville State in 3 weeks.
Yep. 1-1 offering. Ground ball through the right side, base hit. Headed for third is Bingaman. He will make it. The throw is cut off at second. That swing by McCrane looked an awful lot like his 2-run double up the first base line in Gainesville Saturday as a part of that 5-run 9th inning. Just inside the bag at first. They hold him to a single here, but it's a 2-out base hit for McCrane, his second hit of the game, and runners are at the corners with 2 out.
That double by McCrane on Saturday gave Auburn a little breathing room, and then one batter later, his brother gave Auburn even more with the 2-run homer.
Here's Eddie Madrigal. First pitch, slider inside, ball 1. Madrigal 2 hits tonight, including his first Auburn home run last inning. He led off the 3rd with a homer to right. It's 11-2 Tigers. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Madrigal. It's low, 2 balls, no strikes.
Everybody in the Auburn order other than Rembert, who has not been on base, everybody else has scored tonight for Auburn.
11 runs on 10 hits, and we're in the fourth. Top of the fourth. Andre deals and misses high. 3 balls, no strikes. Auburn is a perfect 25-0 this year when it out-hits its opponent. Off to a strong start in that department tonight, 10-4. Shift against Madrigal. 3-0 pitch to him. Up and in. It's a 4-pitch walk. And with 2 outs, the Tigers have loaded the bases.
Second 4-pitch walk of the inning for Andre. Did the same thing to Bingaman, who's at third.
Now here's Bristol Carter, who's been plunked twice.
Now batting number 5, Bristol Carter.
Welcome back to the lineup.
We don't care if you were ill last weekend.
Right. You're cleared to go tonight,
Yep.
so
here we go.
Here's a baseball. Bases loaded, the pitch. Swing, fly ball, up the line in right. Long run by Souders, over in foul ground. Dives, cannot make the catch. What an effort by Souders, diving out into the crushed brick in foul territory. And he had it, I think, in the glove, and then it just squirted out.
His dive started in the grass, but this is true crushed brick, which lines the natural playing surface here at the Hoover Met, and he probably slid 5 feet on that brick. Looked like he got his glove on it, but couldn't quite close it.
So it's a strike. Bristol, after a 4-pitch walk, went up there hacking again. We'll see what he does. 0-1 from Andre. He watches it miss low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a good take. For a guy that hasn't played in a week and is as determined as Bristol is, that's a good take to get it to 1-1.
Andre surrounded by gray jerseys. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball missed high, 2-1 to Carter. Auburn's usual leadoff man, Mason McCrane, though, just so productive in that spot in Gainesville. He's the leadoff guy tonight. Carter batting 9th. He has scored twice after being hit twice tonight. 2-1 pitch. Up and in, 3 balls, 1 strike. Just get on base. A walk makes it a 10-run ball game. They count 3-1 to Carter. He can pick a narrow window here, and if he likes it, take a big cut. 3-1 pitch. On the way. And way upstairs, ball 4. Bases loaded, walk, a run scores. It's an RBI for Carter, and it's 12-2 Tigers.
23rd run batted in this season for Bristol Carter.
And they play merry-go-round. McCrane over to third, Madrigal down to second, and now Carter at first. And Mason McCrane bats with the bases loaded. McCrane an RBI double his last time. He's also walked, reached on an error. He scored twice.
Activity in the Samford pen, but the pitcher is behind the wall. I cannot see him.
Andre, the 3rd pitcher of the night for Samford. And he's laboring here. 3 walks in the inning. He's only given up 1 hit. But he's walked 3. Bases loaded. Pitch to McCrane. Pitch inside corner. 0-1. Started him with a fastball that caught the corner. McCrane was behind in the count when he doubled in the 3rd. It was a 1-2 pitch. Shift is on against him. He hit it over that shift and down the right field line his last time. The 0-1 pitch. Way upstairs, a ball and a strike. And Andre's having trouble getting the ball down. He is missing consistently up to lefties and righties.
And primarily with the fastball.
Yeah. Big 6'6" McCrane against 6'5" Andre with the bases loaded. The pitch. Breaking ball off the pitcher's glove. He barehanded turns around to find it, picks it up, throws it to first for the out. And the inning is over. But Auburn gets another run. They do it on just 1 hit and 3 walks. No errors. Tigers leave them loaded in the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's Auburn 12, Samford 2, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout. Yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosks around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game. Plus, home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance.
There's Team Pride, and then there's Extra Tiger Pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
It is 12-2 Auburn as we go to the bottom of the fourth. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Samford due up. Ince, McDonald, and Harris against L.J. Cormier. Whether you're planting a tree or maybe you're tackling a big backyard project, don't risk a penalty. Before you start, you need to contact Alabama 811 before you start digging. They will mark your underground utilities for free. Visit al811.com or call 811. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Ince takes a big swing and a miss against Cormier. 0-1 the count to the Samford second baseman. He was the DH in the meeting at Plainsman Park a couple of months back. Ince takes a fastball low. 1-1. A leadoff single in the second for Ince. He was left stranded at third. Samford stranded runners at second and third last inning. Now here in the bottom of the fourth, he flinches but doesn't offer at a high fastball, and it's 2-1. Cormier's best pitch has been his changeup so far. Delivery. Changeup, lifted foul out of play. Over the net. 2-2.
If that's the case all night, how long does it take Samford to make a correction?
Well, Ince there got the bat on it, and there's a breaking ball. Ooh, just missed a little low, and the count goes full. 12-2 Auburn, bottom of the fourth. Cormier's payoff pitch. Fastball, strike 3.
That was a beaut.
He might have had Ince looking for the changeup there.
Yeah, he made the alteration, but Cormier located a good fastball.
Yes, he did. Third straight strikeout for Cormier. 6th strikeout for Auburn pitching tonight. The K Counter is brought to you by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. First pitch, ground ball, left side, through the hole, and into left field. It's a base hit for Parker McDonald. Went up there swinging at the first pitch, got it beyond the diving McCrane through the 6 hole. And it's a 1-out base runner. Cormier retired the first 4 that he faced and then gave up the single to McDonald. Here's Jackson Harris, the first baseman. He grounded out right in front of the plate his first time. Freilich got out there, pounced on it before it had a chance to roll foul. Auburn starts in the shift against him. Throw to first, runner back, tag applied late. McCrane almost directly behind the bag at second. Couple of steps to his left of the base. Pitch. Breaking ball.
Oh.
Just missed a little high. I think Brian Hale gave up on that. No. 1-0 the count. McDonald, 6 stolen bases, 7 tries. The delivery. Fastball, missed the outside corner, 2-0. Not by much. They only have 3 guys with 6 or more stolen bases on the year. McDonald adds 6, Gandy has 6, Souders has 16. They don't do a lot of running otherwise. 2-0. Off the hands, popped up, back and out of play. 2-1. Auburn scored 9 runs on 7 hits in the first inning. Samford got 2 in the bottom of the first. Auburn scored twice in the third and once in the fourth. The 2-1 from Cormier. Swing and a miss on a change. Beauty. 2-2.
Boy, coming out of the hand, it looks like a fastball.
Yes, it does. And he's still throwing the fastball enough that they can't just switch and sit on the change, as evidenced by strike 3 to Ince. Here's the 2-2. Fastball called strike 3.
Same
he
thing.
did it again.
Yeah, same thing. Got the 2 strikes with the changeup and then threw a fastball against a left-handed hitter on the outside corner.
It's exactly the same thing he did to Ince. He does it again to Harris. 4 strikeouts for Cormier in an inning and 2/3. And now here's Gus Gandy, the number 9 hitter. Shortstop, struck out his first time. Runner at first, 2 down. 12-2 Tigers, bottom of the 4th. Cormier delivers. Curveball, strike 1. And if he starts landing that curve for strikes, put Samford in a real bind then. Cormier's been fun to watch. We were talking about him a little bit on the way up today. He's just been fun to watch this true freshman year. 0-1. Upstairs, a ball and a strike. I don't know if in the fall you could have seen this level of effectiveness coming. He was okay in the fall. It was also his first.
Yeah, I like his poise as a true freshman.
No question. Here's the delivery. Curveball pulled foul past third base. And Cormier's ahead in the count. A ball and 2 strike.
He comes from good stock.
Yep.
His father, a very good pitcher at Alabama in the major leagues as well. So that's a little bit of a different dynamic for this young man.
Knows what it takes to act like a pro, carry himself like a pro.
Auburn's sure glad they got him.
Yeah. He's ahead of Gandy, a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. Bounced it up there, blocked by Freilich. 2-2. Right-handed hitting shortstop back in the box. 12-2. 4th inning. 2 outs. 1 on. Here's the 2-2. Fastball called strike 3. He got him. He froze all 3 strikeouts with fastballs.
All looking.
Froze him. Inning over. 1 out single does no harm. No runs, no errors. 1 left for Samford. Cormier with 5 strikeouts in 2 innings of work. We are through 4. It's 12-2 Auburn, and Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
As Auburn comes to the plate in the top of the 5th, it's a pepper tree pitching change for Samford to number 40, Andrew Marble, 5'10", 185-pound right-hander, junior from Hurley, Mississippi, and Jones Community College. Marble is 2-2 this year, a 9.70 earned run average. This will be his 11th appearance, his 5th in relief. He has 6 starts. 21 in the 3rd innings, 24 runs, 23 earned on 28 hits. 26 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's given up 5 homers, and opponents are hitting .311 against Marble. Andre goes an inning for the Bulldogs, gives up a run on a hit. He walked 3 Face 7 batters. Fourth pitcher of the night for Samford is Andrew Marble.
And some other substitutions as well, Andy. Defensively, Eddie Marshall replaces Cade Carr behind the plate. Carr replaces McDonald at third base. So Cade Carr is now at third. Marshall is behind the plate, and Marble is on the mound. And Guevara to greet Marble. First pitch. On the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Guevara launched a 445-foot home run over the left field wall in the first inning. That got the scoring started. Swings and got jammed, fouled it up the right side near the concourse. Very quickly, Marble ahead of Guevara, 0-2. 2 hits on the night, 3 runs driven in for Auburn's junior third baseman. Wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup, and Guevara down on strikes for the second time tonight. 1 away in the top of the 5th. It's 12-2 Tigers. And now Chase Fralick to the plate. Fralick is 1 for 3. He's singled and scored. He's driven in a run with a ground out. And then one of the hardest hit balls of the night in his last at bat with a runner on second was a line drive caught by the shortstop. First pitch off speed downstairs to the Auburn catcher. 1-0. 12 runs, 10 hits for Auburn. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Samford. Both teams have stranded 4 apiece. The pitch. Fralick takes it inside. It's off the mitt of the new catcher, Marshall. 2-0. Marble, the 4th pitcher of the night for Samford. Marble to Marshall, the catcher. Off speed, Steerreich 1. Fralick with the RBI ground out in the first inning, his second at bat of the inning. His 29th RBI of the year. Off speed, chopped foul past first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Play him to pull ever so slightly, maybe a step in the outfield. A little bit to pull on the infield, too. 2-2 pitch. Marble, it's lined into left center. Diving, try center fielder. He can't get in, and it's by him, and it's all the way to the wall. Fralick is headed for second. He rounds the bag. Big turn, puts on the brakes, and comes back. Chase Fralick hammers his 14th double of the season. Team-leading 14th two-bagger, and he thought about 3. Credit Boykin for getting over there from left and tracking that ball down. Dutton, a risky diving try in center field.
And as soon as Dutton didn't get to that ball, Fralick was thinking 3. Mm-hmm. He was thinking a triple, which would be his second of the year. He stays at second with the double.
Chris Rembert takes a first pitch ball high. Rembert is 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to the pitcher. Sophomore second baseman. Check swing, fouled it away. That was another off-speed pitch high, but he turned into it. Off the bat, 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Strike 2.
Steady diet of off-speed pitches here to Rembert.
Mm-hmm. Chris trying to avoid the hat trick tonight. Long look in by Marble. Now he's set. 6 on the pitch clock. He deals. Ooh, fouled away the breaking ball just off the end of the bat. Stayed alive. Still a ball, 2 strike. 1 out, and Fralick at second in the top of the 5th. Marble checks second. Comes home. Pulled left side, fair ball, past third, in near the corner and left. Fralick rounds third, he scores. Rembert on his way to second. He pulls in there with a stand-up double. Rembert's 10th double of the season. Put another one on the board. It's 13-2 Auburn. Snuck it inside the third base bag, and it rolled down the line.
Back-to-back doubles for Auburn after the strikeout to Guevara. Freilich to left center, Rembert down the third base and left field line.
Good to see Rembert get that swing, and there was another off-speed pitch. He held back enough to keep it fair. And here's Ethan Bingaman, first pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup that was high, and he had ideas of parking that one in the parking lot.
The soccer fields.
Yeah. Nothing in
the
one.
Parking lot.
Pitch. Fastball, high and tight. A ball and a strike to Bingaman. Ethan homered in the first, a 2-run blast. He has also walked and scored and grounded out to first. So 1 for 2. A couple of more runs scored for the freshman first baseman. And Marble turns and throws to second. Entz close to the bag as Rembert scurries back. 13-2 Auburn, top of the 5th inning. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. Tigers have scored in every inning but the second. Pitch misses low, 2-1. Listen to all things SEC, including live games and SEC This Morning. Tune to SiriusXM SEC Radio, Channel 374. That's also streaming on the SiriusXM app. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a change. 2-2, and Ethan waited on that one.
I was in Butch Thompson's office one day when he was on the SEC network on the radio side.
Yep.
They asked him what he was listening to in his car. You know what he said?
Pitch. Off the hands, popped up, shallow right, long run Souders. He'll watch it drop in front of him, and over to third goes Rembert. Chris had to make sure it wasn't going to be caught. It dropped about 2 feet in front of Souders. Just a jam shot off the bat of Bingaman, but when you're swinging like he is right now, it'll find some open field. They're at the corners with 1 out.
Butch said classical music. How about that?
I believe it.
From the Auburn head coach.
Was it Bach? Beethoven?
Maybe it was Rachmaninoff.
Okay. Could have been some new, like, modern classical, like Ludovico Einaudi.
I'll take your word for that.
Yeah, we'll find out later. Here's Bub Terrell with runners at the corners and 1 out. First pitch. Ooh, didn't miss by much. Maybe a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. Bub is doubled, grounded out, and flied out. 1 for 3.
Could have been Mozart.
Could have been.
Tchaikovsky.
Chopin pitch.
Chopin.
Missed a little bit low. 2-0.
Don't think he was talking about piano music, and that's what Chopin was known for.
Right. Okay. 2-0 to Terrell. Off speed, swung on and missed. He's got a pretty good change, too.
He just said classical music.
Right.
It's fun to speculate, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
13-2 our score. Runners at the corners, 1 out. 2-1 to Terrell. Pop fouled back.
Tried to jam him with the fastball.
Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bub looking for a multi-hit game. Climbs back into that left-handed batter's box. Here's the 2-2 from Marble. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch that was down. And Terrell strikes out for the first time tonight. That's the second out. Marble has struck out 2 in the inning, but Auburn has 2 doubles and a singles in between the 2 Ks. And now another right-handed hitter, Brandon McCrane. McCrane already with 2 singles tonight. He's walked, been on base 3 times, scored once. That's with runners at the corners and 2 down. First pitch to him. Off the end of the bat. Foul.
Trying to get Rembert home because he's the only one tonight who hasn't scored for the Tigers.
Right. Brandon's got a lot of room in left center. If he could get around on one, hit it out to the alley. 0-1 pitch right through there, nothing in 2. McCrane's had a couple of 3-hit games just in the last 3 weeks. Another hit here, and he'd have 3 hits tonight. He's behind in the count, 0-2, the pitch. Bounced up there, gets all the way to the backstop, all the way there, and Rembert comes home to score. 14-2 Auburn, and now every player has scored at least a run. Down to second goes Bingaman on the wild pitch.
Marshall, the new catcher, that one got by him and no chance. Once it's by you in this ballpark,
yep,
runners are going to move up at least a base.
On an 0-2 pitch, a wild pitch gets another runner home, and now another in scoring position for McCrane if he can get a hit. The pitch. Swing, fly ball, center field. Dutton back, squares up. He makes a catch, and the inning is over. But Auburn plates 2 more runs on 3 hits. No errors, a wild pitch, and 1 runner left in scoring position. Through 4 1/2, Tigers in control here at the Hoover Met. It's 14-2, Auburn over Samford, and Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control. The best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control, the South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928, and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
As the Tigers go to defense in the bottom of the 5th, Auburn makes a War Eagle Plus call to the bullpen for number 42, Abe Chancellor. Redshirt senior left-hander, 6'3", 174 from Dothan, Alabama, transferred to Auburn from Lurleen B. Wallace Community College. Abe, no record, and sparkling earned run average of 1.42. 5 appearances, all in relief. 6 1/3 innings, a run on 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, a walk. Has not given up a homer. He's given up 8 doubled, and opponents are hitting 182 against Abe Chancellor, who was one of, I thought, Auburn's unsung heroes this past weekend at Florida for what he did in the Thursday night game in relief.
Yep. Yeah, 3 shutout innings in that game. It allowed Auburn to keep Jackson Sanders for Friday, and that was a pivotal part of Auburn winning Friday and evening up the series. So as the inning gets underway, Pierce Dutton to lead it off. Dutton is singled and grounded out, and the first pitch to him misses upstairs, ball 1. 14 runs for the Tigers tonight, the most since the 17-2 win over UAB on March 10th. Pitch is fouled off. Up into the lights, a ball and a strike to Dutton.
L.J. Cormier, 2 solid innings, no runs, a hit. Faced 7 batters. He struck out 5 of them.
Changeup was dynamic.
Whew. And then the strikeout, or the fastball late in the count.
1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. You know, another really strong outing by Chancellor tonight, and maybe another on the weekend, and you start looking toward late May, postseason, what's required. Here's the pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 2-2.
I agree, Brad.
And all of a sudden, Chancellor might be a guy who could take care of a couple of innings in a regional game.
And not talking about a game you're just trying to save
Right.
your bullpen in.
Correct.
Beyond that.
The 2-2 from Chancellor. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Change up, Brad. Came in with the change.
Strikeout number 1 for Chancellor.
Right-handed batter, or right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Many times you'll hear that changeup can be an equalizer in that situation.
Yeah.
And it was on the 3-2 pitch, or the 2-2 pitch.
9 strikeouts for Auburn pitching tonight. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. They're winning the free base battle, too. 9 strikeouts, 1 walk for Auburn pitching tonight. Now here's Jake Souders. Souders has been on board twice. He's walked and singled. First pitch to him is upstairs. Fastball, ball one. Fifth innings presented by Southern Union. You can move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rate. 1-0 pitch. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. 14-2 Tigers, bottom of the fifth. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball, Steve right 2, inside corner. Souders walked in the first. He was on base when Carr homered. He was the last batter Graves faced in the third and singled. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball out to short on 2 hops. Gloved there by McCrane. 2 pats and slides, and then he throws him out. 2 down.
Ball was hit well, but McCrane moving to his left stayed down on the ball, and that's been the key on this infield tonight. Haven't seen a lot of big hops tonight.
No. So 2 up, 2 down for Chancellor. And Cade Carr, the hitter. Started behind the plate, moved to third base. Carr homered in the first, grounded to short in the third. Right-handed hitter. Chancellor starts him with a fastball on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Chancellor comes set. Nobody on, 2 outs. He fires. Missed low and away. 1-1. Back-to-back fastballs to Carr. Auburn has scored in every inning except the second. Really strong focus for the Tigers tonight. 9 runs in the first inning. Chancellor's 1-1. Swing and a fly ball to left. Terrell coming on, still coming on. He reaches up, he makes the catch. He broke back at first and then sprinted in, lost his hat at the last minute, and made the catch. Well played by Bub Terrell in left field, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Abe Chancellor.
The arc of the ball didn't match the swing.
No.
But he hit it off the end of the bat, and Bub ran it down. Nicely done.
Chancellor retires the Bulldogs in order in the fifth. Through 5, it's 14-2 Tigers, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Download the Auburn Athletics app, powered by War Eagle Mobile. Buy tickets, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and manage your War Eagle Plus subscription. And listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously, on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics. Download it now.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
(14-2), Auburn in front as the Tigers come to bat in the top of the 6th inning. A 9-run first. More than set the tone in this one, but Auburn hasn't been content with that. They've scored 5 runs since then. 14 runs on 13 hits. 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Madrigal, Carter, and McCrane. Madrigal has singled, homered, and walked. First pitch outside from Marble. 1 ball, no strikes. Are you looking for fresh seafood? Fresh seafood. Fresh. Here's the pitch. Check swing on a changeup. It's foul off to the right. 1-1 the count. Wharf Casual Seafood serves seafood sourced from American waters. Not a seafood fan? No problem. They also serve burgers, salads, chicken, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, 6 locations across central Alabama. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. And Marble ahead of Madrigal. And Samford goes into the full shift, the pitch. Upstairs, 2-2. Plenty of room up the left side if Eddie goes that way. He's tried to go that way a couple times tonight. 2-2. Swing and a foul tip went after a high fastball that popped out of Marshall's mitt. It's his second inning behind the plate. Carr started the game catching for Samford. Soon as Madrigal steps back in, Marble's ready to go back to work. And it's lined back up the middle, knocked down by Ince at second. But nobody has a play on Madrigal. Did that get a piece of Marble?
I don't know how it missed him. That ball was smoked up the middle by Madrigal, his third hit of the night. Second baseman got to the ball, and he just knocked it down. That's all he could do. And I guess it didn't get the pitcher. Whew.
Here is Bristol Carter. Bristol's been on base 3 times without a hit. He's been hit twice, and he's drawn a bases-loaded walk. Pitch to Carter is low, ball 1. 8 and 9 hitters tonight for Auburn have not. They've gotten on base 7 out of 7 times. Carter pops up a bunt. Left side, foul territory, no play. 1-1. Madrigal with 3 hits and a walk. Carter has been hit twice and walked. So
this is the 5th time this season Eddie has 3 hits on a night. The last time was back on April 10th against Kentucky.
Good to have him back in the lineup consistently, isn't it? Pitch to Carter. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt, 1-2. When your 8 and 9 hitters don't get out, you're having a pretty good night offensively.
Yes. Typically that's the case.
1-2 to Carter. Swing, line drive, left field, base hit. Just stuck the bat out there and met the ball and pulled it into left field for a base hit. His first hit of the night. Madrigal stops at second. First and second, nobody out.
And not a bad pitch by Marble.
No.
Down and away, and Bristol just went down there, and the disruptor put it into left field.
The disruptor. Love it. Top of the order. Mason McCrane. McCrane has scored twice, doubled, driven in a run. It's 14-2 Auburn. Top of the 6th inning. Pitch to McCrane. Upstairs, 1-0. Auburn went a third of an inning. Gave up 8 runs on 6 hits and a walk and a hit batter. Pitch to McCrane, inside and low, 2-0 to him. Then Michael Fredette, 2 2/3 innings. The freshman sort of somewhat stabilized things a bit. He gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. Andre gave up a run on a hit in an inning. And now Marble misses inside with a 2-0 fastball. It's now 3-0 to Mason McCrane. With Guevara looming on deck for the Tigers, leading 14-2. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike. Mason taken all the way. It's now 3-1. Shift is on against him. Shortstop is wide open. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Took aim at one. It was a little up. About letter high on the 6'6 freshman. Took his shot. Now it's 3-2. 2 on. Nobody out in the 6th. Pitch to McCrane. Popped up. Left side foul. It'll get into the seats. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Another payoff pitch due Mason McCrane. It's on the way. And he swings and misses. Fastball inner half at the knees. Pretty good pitch. And Marble strikes out McCrane for the first out of the inning. Runners remain at first and second now with 1 out for Eric Guevara. Guevara, the first one to face Marble. Marble struck him out on a slider last inning. He's 2 for 4 is Guevara. A mammoth home run in the first, an RBI single later in the first. And then since then, a couple of strikeouts. Pitch. Missed the outside corner, 1-0. If you want more Auburn baseball, look for This Week in Auburn Baseball. That's Andy's weekly interview with Coach Thompson. Pitch misses low, 2-0. That's on the War Eagle Plus podcast feed. One of many offerings you can get there. Wherever you listen to podcasts, download, subscribe to it. Don't miss it every week. 2-0 pitch. Guevara takes a fastball, strike, 2-1. It's a recap of the previous weekend and a setup for the week ahead. You'll hear everything the head coach has to say about Oklahoma this weekend. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a high pop. On the infield, shortstop is back. Gandy, shallow left. Now has to backpedal a few quick steps at the end, but
infield fly was on there, Brad.
Gandy makes the catch for the second out. So after giving up back-to-back singles to Madrigal and Carter, Marble has gotten the first two hitters in the order. Now he's got a chance to get out of it without any damage in this inning. But he'll have to get Chase Fralick, who doubled his last time up. 2 hits for Chase. Nope, pinch hitter for the Tigers, Lucas Steele. So Steele is in, the former Samford Bulldog. And he swings at the first pitch, lines it to center. Dutton is on, and he makes the catch. The inning is over. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 2 left for the Tigers. Steele presumably will stay in the game and catch for Auburn in the bottom of the 6th inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Auburn on top 14-2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Auburn makes an Alabama power call to the bullpen to open the 6th inning. Tigers go to Christian Chatterton, right-handed sophomore, 6 foot, 202 pounds, out of Killen, Alabama, and Brooks High School. Chatterton on for the Tigers. He is Auburn's 4th pitcher of the night. 2-2 on the year, a 6.61 ERA. This will be his 9th appearance and his 7th in relief. 16 1/3 innings, 12 runs on 17 hits, 17 strikeouts, 8 walks, 2 homers, and opponents hitting .270 against Christian Chatterton, who was he became Auburn's midweek starter 3 weeks ago when Auburn moved Andres Alvarez to the first game start on the SEC weekends. Chatterton with 2 straight starts. It did not go well for Christian as a starter in those 2 outings, and on in relief tonight, trying to keep it a 12-run lead, 14-2. The Tigers lead it here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Chatterton's 2 wins both came in Saturday games of weekend series against Nebraska and Winthrop. Went 2 2/3 innings in each of those outings. His season debut against Cincinnati went 3 innings. Gave up a couple of runs on 5 hits in those outings, and he hits the first batter of the inning, Trey Higgins. Hits him on the front foot, that right foot, and he's off to first.
Quickly on Abe Chancellor, 1 inning, 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout.
He just keeps doing it. Chatterton last year, so good. He had 2 quality starts, was 3-1, got the win against Samford. 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs against the Bulldogs a year ago. Pitch is over for a strike to Boykin. 0-1. Runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the 6th. Tigers lead 14-2. Here's the pitch. Low with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boykin is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1. Having some Wi-Fi connection issues, some bandwidth issues on our YouTube feed tonight, so video is freezing a little bit here and there. Hopefully the audio is staying consistent for you. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a change. Good change up in the zone. Chatterton evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boykin, the leading home run hitter on the Samford club with 11. Auburn has struck him out twice. Chatterton comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a high pop. Left side. McCrane over, Guevara over. It is Eric in foul territory near the bag at third. Puts it away for the first out. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th, and Jeffrey Ince, the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Tougher day, a more windy day. That might have been a tough play, but, yeah. I mean, there is no wind to speak of right now. Guevara easily brought that one home in foul ground in front of the third base bag.
We'll update some Yellowwood scoreboard action involving SEC teams throughout this inning as Ince stands in. A single to lead off the 2nd. He takes a ball high and away, 1-0. Auburn's next opponent is Oklahoma. They Sooners at home trail Oral Roberts 6-2 in the bottom of the 4th on the Yellowwood scoreboard. 1-0 pitch, down and in, 2-0. Louisville leads Kentucky in the bottom of the 4th, 7-5. It's Vanderbilt 9, Xavier 1 in the 6th in Nashville. UAB leads Alabama 9-2 in Tuscaloosa. They're in the 7th in that game. 2-0 pitch from Chatterton. Swing and a miss. Fastball, inner half, 2-1. Ole Miss blanking Murray State 6-0. They're in the bottom of the 4th in Oxford. Ole Miss is playing well. 2-1. Swing and a miss again by Ince. It's 2-2.
2 good fastballs by Chatterton.
Got a top 5 battle in Atlanta between Georgia Tech and Georgia. Those 2 offenses can absolutely throw haymakers. One team is landing them tonight. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back, still 2-2. Georgia Tech leads Georgia 12-4 in the 6th inning. The teams have combined for 23 hits.
Tech is trying to keep Georgia on the ropes.
That's right. That's exactly right. And no rope-a-dope there. They're just throwing punches. Arkansas, Missouri State tied at 3, middle of the 7th in Fayetteville. Jacksonville leads Florida 7-5 in Gainesville. Last chance for the Gators, bottom of the 9th there. Another 2-2 pitch from Chatterton. Fouled away left side.
Auburn played Jacksonville in an NCAA regional when Gabe Gross, I think, was a junior.
Okay.
Down in, of all places, Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah, what are the odds?
Yeah. Auburn played Jacksonville in the first game of that, in that first game of the tournament for those 2 teams.
Chatterton trying to put away Ince. Another 2-2 pitch on the way. Yep, down and in with a slider, full count.
Jacksonville had a closer that was coveted by just about every major league club, and Auburn trailed going into the bottom of the 9th, and Gabe Gross had a home run over the boards in left center field to tie the game. Auburn eventually won it on a squeeze bunt in extra innings.
3-2. Hit him. Hit him on a 3-2 pitch. And so 2 hit batters in the inning. Runners are at first and second with 1 out.
Jacksonville had an Alabama transfer in center field, and he almost killed himself trying to catch Gabe Gross's home run to left center. I mean, crashed into the wall and almost pulled it back.
Yeah.
Auburn ended up winning that game in extra innings.
Eddie Marshall gets his first at bat. He came on to catch 2 innings ago. He replaces Parker McDonald in the lineup. McDonald had a hit. Marshall for McDonald, the pitch. Strike right through there, 0-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's 14-2 Auburn. Tigers have out-hit the Bulldogs 15-5. Stretch in the pitch from Chatterton. Swing and a miss at the change. Marshall very early on the swing.
Mississippi State leads Memphis 3-2, bottom of the 8th in Starkville. SIU, Edwardsville, and Missouri tied at 3, bottom of the 7th in Columbia. Missouri State, Arkansas tied at 3, bottom of the 7th in Fayetteville.
1-1 pitch misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The head coach at Memphis was at Southeastern Louisiana when they came to Auburn in 22 for that regional, where Auburn had that massive first inning, somewhat reminiscent of what we saw here tonight. There's a pop-up. Shallow center field. Back goes Rembert. On comes Carter. Bristol calls off Chris, and Carter puts it away for the out. 2 down. Bristol played that exactly the way the center fielder should play it. It's his ball. He's got the angle. He tracked it, called off Rembert loudly, and made the catch.
That was a team that had made a run just to get into the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
Auburn had played 4 straight games against Kentucky, lost them all, couldn't hit, came home, and, I mean, they busted out the offensive bats in that weekend to play.
It had been a big team meeting at the lake before that regional got underway that year. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball into right. Backing up is McCrane, still going. Warning track. He's got room. He makes the catch and then for fun jumps up against the wall. Mason having some fun in right field. And a nice job by Chatterton to get out of that with a couple of fly ball outs after hitting 2 of the first 3 batters in the inning. In the 6th for Samford, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. We have played 6. It's 14-2 Tigers, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Grounded on the right side. Jarvis over. He throws. It's a no-hitter. J.C. Mize with history tonight. He is mobbed by his teammates as Mize takes it through the order. For the no-hitter, 6-0. Auburn wins.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is your home for Auburn baseball, the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
It is all Auburn tonight at the Hoover Met. 14-2. Tigers lead through 6. And as we go to the 7th, a new pitcher for Samford on the Pepper Tree pitching change. It is Ben Moyer out of Harrisonburg, Virginia. 5'10", 185-pound junior right-hander. He missed the entire 25 season with an injury. Missed the entire 24 season with an injury. He has not pitched this year. This is Moyer's first appearance in college. He was a 3-year letter winner at Spotswood High School in Harrisonburg. All kind of honors as a high school player. Set the program's single-season strikeout record as a senior. Finished his high school career 12-0 in district play with 173 strikeouts in 76 innings. And that's all we know about Ben Moyer, his first college outing coming up here tonight. Marble, 2 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Marble gives way to Moyer, and we'll give away once again to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
14 runs on 15 hits tonight for Auburn, and Chris Rembert is the first man to face Ben Moyer in his college career. Right-hander winds and fires and swing. Right side Rembert. That one tails out of play.
Well, Chris there thought Moyer might give him something good to hit there to start the at-bat.
Doubled and scored back in the 5th did Rembert. Takes one outside, a ball and a strike. 14-2, Tigers lead it. Wind and delivery. This is outside, 2 balls and a strike. Moyer is the 4th pitcher of the night. Excuse me, the 5th pitcher of the night for Samford. 2 balls and a strike to Rembert. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball to third. Into left field. Underneath the glove of Carr. And it's a single, the second hit of the night for Chris Rembert.
And good for Chris to keep battling away there. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts to start the ball game, and then doubled last time, and solid single there.
Multiple hit nights for Guevara, Fralick, Rembert, McCrane, and Madrigal. And here is Bingaman. He has multiple hits as well tonight. Pitch to him. Misses outside. Matter of fact, he has 2 hits. 2-run homer in the 1st. And a single back in the 5th.
6 guys with multi-hit games.
Moyer comes set. Stretching the pitch. Chopper foul, third base side. In front of the photographer's well here at the Hoover Met. It's a multi-purpose stadium. Hoover High School plays its football games here, doesn't it, in the fall?
They did at one point, yes.
1-1. Right down the middle, it's a strike. Rembert at first led off the inning with a single. Tigers lead 14-2 against Samford. Stretch. And the pitch. Outside. 2-2 the count. This is considered a road game for Auburn tonight. Auburn's been good on the road this season. Been good away from Plainsman Park. Let's just put it that way. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Fouled back on a high fastball. Hey, Ben Moyer, you're going to get your college debut against the number 6 team in the country tonight. I'm sure he's thrilled to be out there.
Oh, yeah.
After missing 2 full seasons with injuries.
Yeah, with a win tonight, Auburn would move to 10-5 in road and neutral games.
2-2 pitch to Bingaman. Here it is. High fly ball into left. Boykin settles underneath this one, makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Got it toward the end of the bat.
1 down for Bub Terrell.
Fly ball called by the left fielder, Luke Boykin, for the first out of the inning. Now batting number 19, Bub Terrell.
Terrell doubled in the 1st. He scored. He's grounded out, flied out, and struck out since. Shift is on for Terrell. As Rembert gets his lead at first. Moyer comes set. And the pitch. It's the outside corner, a ball and no strikes to the Auburn left fielder. Auburn in Oklahoma Friday night at 6 at a jam-packed Plainsman Park. Hope you have your tickets. One out to Bub. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, it misses outside. 6 o'clock on Saturday, 2 o'clock on Sunday.
And the Plainsman Plaza again Saturday starting
Yes,
at 3 o'clock. So come out, be a part of that. Live music, screens, showing other games.
Tiger Walk.
Food trucks. Yeah.
2-0 pitch to Bub. Got the inside corner. 2-1. 14-2 Tigers. 10-run rule is in effect tonight. Auburn could end this in the bottom of the 7th.
Just a business-like approach by Auburn tonight from the start.
2-1. Terrell drives one into center field for a base hit. Rembert will hold up at second. 2-hit night for Bub.
And how many times do you see a team And that may do it for Moyer. How many times do you see a team get out to a big lead and then everybody goes up to the plate trying to yank everything out of the ballpark? And that is not what Auburn has done tonight. These swings have been dialed in.
No word yet from the head coach. He keeps looking to the bullpen, and that will be all. Yep, he's going to make it. As Samford makes a pepper tree call to the bullpen.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
On this pepper tree pitching change for Samford, they go to number 9, Drew Druckenmiller, 6'3", 210, redshirt senior right-hander from Mobile, and a transfer into the Samford program from Southern Miss. Druckenmiller, a dozen appearances, that is tied for the third most on the team. He's 0-1 with an 8.80 earned run average, 15 1/3 innings, 15 hits, 15 runs, 11 walks. He has struck out 24. Druckenmiller's given up 3 doubles, 2 homers, 1 triple, 3 wild pitches. He's hit a batter, and teams are batting .246 against Drew Druckenmiller. Moyer faced 3 batters, gave up 2 singles, and got a flyout.
Conecuh Sausage, the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. I look forward to some Conecuh Sausage this weekend. Conecuh Sausage, a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store or visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama off I-65 at exit 96. I'm told going to that gift shop, you need to get the Conecuh bacon.
Yeah. We on the way to the beach every year, we stop at the Conecuh Gift Shop, and we get the Conecuh sausage, the Conecuh bacon. We also might pick up a layer cake. Oh yeah,
really? One of those caramel cakes?
Oh yeah,
the 16-layer caramel cakes or whatever.
Precisely.
Okay.
It balances the savory
with the sweet.
With the sweet.
Sure. Brad, I am not condoning anything at this moment.
Balance.
As a matter of fact, I agree.
Balance is important, as we all know.
You betcha. Brandon McCrane will come to the plate. He'll be the first to face Drew Druckenmiller. Singled and scored in the first, walked in the second, singled in the fourth, and flied out to center in the fifth. He's raised his average to 365. There's a lot of average raising tonight for the Auburn hitters.
Yeah.
Right-hander Druckenmiller off the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike.
Yeah, Freilich raised his 5 points to 324.
0-1 to McCrane. Caught the outside corner, 0-2.
Bingaman 7 points up to 303. Terrell 4 points to 288.
To McCrane. Here it is. Got him swinging. 2 outs.
Druckenmiller now has got a good live fastball. He's getting about a strikeout and a half per inning.
And Auburn will pinch hit for Madrigal. Not because Eddie wasn't good tonight. He was terrific. But the Tigers will bring up Caden Combs, the former offensive lineman out of high school, 6'4", 260 from Gardendale High School.
Number 26, Caden Combs.
He's a B.O.B. A big old boy.
About 20 miles away from home right now, too.
Runners at first and second with 2 down here in the top of the 7th, and Auburn on top 14-2. Druckenmiller comes home. Combs takes a strike. Madrigal was 3 for 3 with 2 runs batted in and 2 runs scored. Stretch by Druckenmiller. And the pitch. Away from the catcher to the backstop. Rembert goes to third and Terrell to second. A ball and a strike to Combs. A base hit adds a couple more runs for the Tigers. And the 1-1. Sailed a little bit up and a little bit out. 2 balls and a strike.
Combs came in to pinch hit the Friday game of the Florida series for Bub. And he was facing a guy with a really good fastball for Florida. Threw him a slider, actually got the bat around on it, put it in play.
2-1. Big swing, fouled it off his foot.
Ooh.
2-2. I think he got that off the foot.
Yeah, I think so too. He was definitely favoring it, and he was still trying to flex it out a little bit there before he climbed back in.
He gets a little spirit from the dugout right now. 2-2. 2 outs, 2 on. 14-2 Tigers. We're in the 7th. Pitch on the way. Strike 3. Got him with a nice pitch on the outside corner. Innings over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. Tigers are on top of Samford, 14-2 at Hoover. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Game recap, 9 runs on 7 hits in the first inning, and a half a dozen guys have multiple hit games. Auburn dialed in from the start today. Tigers have controlled this one from the beginning. It's 14-2. And the Tigers go to the bullpen as we start the 7th inning for Marcel Kulik. Good to see the right-hander Kulik out there, transfer from Virginia Tech. 6 feet, 200 pounds, sophomore righty. No record, an earned run average of 9 in 6 outings. He's given up 6 runs in 6 innings. 12 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Teams are batting .429 against Marcel Kulik. Christian Chatterton, 1 inning. Zeros across the board. He hit a couple of batters, did not allow a run or a hit. Faced 5. And so Kulik is on to try to get the last 3 outs of the ball game. He'll face the 9-1 and 2 hitters. And it'll start with a pinch hitter for Samford. Charlie Bozeman comes on to hit for the Bulldogs in the 7th.
Bozeman out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Hitting 150 on the season. He is 3-4-20, playing in his 12th game of the year. So Kulik comes set in the pitch. Strike down the middle. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Oh, and 1 the count to Bozeman. Stretch in the pitch from Kulik. Swing on a miss, 0-2. Auburn pitching has struck out 9 on the night. Cormier struck out 5 in his 2 innings of work. Pitch. Jammed him, and it's fouled back here. And Cormier's appearance on the night, 2 innings, no runs on a hit with 5 strikeouts. Our defensive player of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control. The best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control, the South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928, and the official pest control provider of the Auburn Tigers. 0-2. Sailed upstairs. A ball and 2 strikes the count. If Auburn can get through this inning without giving up 3 runs, the Tigers will get the win. The 10-run rule is in effect tonight. Pitch over the head of Bozeman to the backstop. 2-2. It looks like we'll get a pinch hitter on deck. Hayden Perry, the backup catcher, has grabbed a bat. He's in the on-deck area for Samford. 2-2 the count to Bozeman. Kulik stretches and pitches, and he swings and misses. Does Bozeman at a high fastball. Tigers' 10th strikeout of the night.
Strikeout recorded by the pitcher.
One out here in the 7th, and this is Hayden Perry. 6 foot 215 senior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Perry batting .211, 4 for 19 on the season.
Correction, Hayden Perry.
It looks like maybe a beach ball or some kind of ball has been thrown out onto the field, and it took 2 tries for Mason McCrane to get it back out of play. That will not go unnoticed on the bus ride home back to Auburn. Stretch and pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Perry out of the Episcopal School of Jacksonville, Florida. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Marcel Kulik. The pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. And at this moment, Kulik isn't messing around. It is fastball city right now. 10 strikeouts for Auburn pitching in 6 1/3 innings of work tonight. 0-2. Make it 11 on another high fastball. 2 down.
Strikeout recorded by the pitcher, Marcel Kulik.
And Will Lawrence will be the 3rd of the pinch hitters. Lawrence, another one of those from Hoover High School. Big young man, 6'5", 230, a redshirt sophomore from Hoover. Batting .250, 3 for 12 on the year. One of those 3, a home run. He bats with 2 outs and nobody on the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Kulik's not messing around here in the 7th. 2 outs and nobody on for Samford. Tigers lead at 14-2. 0-2. Strike 2. Auburn gets another out. We will have 3 more local breaks for our stations down the line before we get to the Regions Bank postgame show. And Auburn's a strikeout away from just doing that. 0-2 pitch. He strikes out the side and the game is over. Kulik strikes out the side in the 7th. The Tigers win it, scoring 9 runs in the 1st and never looking back. And Auburn improves to 28-12 on the season. Auburn 14, Samford 2. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Oplaca Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've